Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to Gary Mac Studio. Today I want to welcome you to my kitchen. And what we're going to do today, we're going to cook up some Cajun food. We're going to have some crawfish étouffée, and I'm going to make some crackers that I guarantee you that if you make these, you will love me for the rest of your life because they are delicious. They're spicy. You can make them as spicy as you want. I don't like mine extremely spicy, but I like them. And then over here on the cooktop, I've got some wild rice going with some garlic and some spices in it. And then I'm going to make a roux. And then we're going to make this crawfish étouffée. Then while that rice is cooking, I want to show you how to do these crackers. And I guarantee you guys, you're going to love me for the rest of your life. And all your friends are going to love you when they eat them. Because you can just sit down and gobble these things up with no problem at all. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a 1 1/4 cup of canola oil. So let's get a 1 1/4 cup of canola oil. Or thereabout, it don't have to be precise. That's about 1 1/4 cup. And then you want 3 tablespoons of ranch dressing dip, or one package. One package is 3 tablespoons full of those little packages that you get of that ranch dip mix. And you don't have to be real precise with it either. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'm just about out of that. I got another box over though. And then red pepper. You want to take these red peppers, just crushed red peppers, just plain old crushed red peppers, and it calls for 2 tablespoons full, but I'll tell you what, that's a whole lot unless you like them really spicy. So we'll just mix all this up. We'll just mix all this up real good. And then you want some of these jumbo sized bags. You want to take these crackers, a whole box of them. Because I know a whole box of them sounds like a lot, but I guarantee you they won't last very long. Because they are delicious. Like I said, you guys are going to love me for the rest of your life if you ever try this. You'll be begging me for more recipes. And when I was working in the oil industry, I worked with a lot of Cajuns, a lot of guys from Louisiana. A lot of guys are welders and pipe fitters and scaffold builders and construction workers. They were steel workers. Were from Louisiana, and every day off we had, they'd have a big cookout. And I learned some recipes from these guys that'll knock your socks off I've got them written down, and this is one of them. And then I got another recipe. It's called Crawfish baguette. It's just a snack, just an appetizer. That, oh my goodness. We'll make some of them here one of these days. But right now, let's get these crackers in the oven. Because they sure do go good with this étouffée. So we'll just take all this this oil and them spices, and we're just going to dump them in there. Every bit of it. And then close this thing up. And then we'll rattle them around until they all get mixed in. Until they get all mixed in with that oil. You want to mix them in real good. You want to make sure all them crackers are got a coat of that stuff on it. And that's all there is to it. And I just put them in these aluminum pans. Just like that. And that's what they look like. You know what I mean? Pop them in a 300-degree oven for about 5 or 6 minutes, and that's all. I'll put them in there for 5 or 6 minutes, and then stir them around a little bit, and then let me turn my rice down. I got some wild rice cooking over here with some spices in it. And now then, let's we'll move around over here, and we'll make this étouffée. So we take and make a roux, and to make a roux, use a half cup of no, 1/4 of a cup. I'm sorry. Use 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. It don't have to be olive oil, but I like olive oil because it's good for you. Fourth of a cup of olive oil, and one fourth cup of flour. And I like to use that unbleached flour. Because that plain old flour is not real good for you. But you gotta cheat once in a while. So what you want to do is let this heat up. Let that roux In the meanwhile, while this roux, and you don't want to rush this. You want to get your fire down kind of low, and you want that roux to you can get that roux as dark as you want to. I like my roux kind of dark, so I'll let it cook a while. But I tell you what, that's not a whole lot of roux. I'm gonna add just a little more. I like I'm gonna add just a little more. I want to make sure I got enough to cover my crawdads. We'll let them brown. Let me check these crackers here in a minute and make sure they're not burning up. Yeah, these crackers are getting brown. We get this roux is kind of boiling up there a little bit, and it's getting brown. So we're going to get some finely chopped onion. Want 1 cup of finely chopped onion. You get you back over here to me. These are yellow onions. You want about a cup full of these onions. I've got a zoom ordered for my cell phone where I could zoom in on this stuff, but it hadn't arrived yet, and I wish it had, because it'd be nice to be able to sit here and just zoom in on this stuff. So we got about a half a cup, about a cup of chopped onion. And then we're going to have a cup of bell peppers. I should have had all this stuff already ready for you, but I had other things to do before I could get over here and do this. Yeah, I love bell peppers. These crackers ought to be about done. Yeah, let me get them out of there. Let me get those crackers out of there. That's some good stuff right there, fellers. That's some good stuff right there. Now let's chop up these. I don't like these bell peppers chopped up too fine. I like them a little bit chunky. I like to taste them, because if you get them too little, they just disappear into you. They just disappear into your roux. And my roux is beginning to brown a little bit. And then we're going to have some of this in there too. Some just plain old Rotel. soon as this rotel, roux gets, soon as this roux gets browned up, then we'll add 2 cups of water into it, and still not as brown as I like it. It's turning brown. You can see it's turning brown, but not as brown as I like it. Rice is cooking up pretty nice. In fact, I'm going to turn the fire out on it because I don't want it to scorch in the bottom of the pan. Oh, that looks good. The rice looks good. Turn the heat up on this roux a little bit. Okay, now then, let's get 2 cups of water. We'll get 2 cups of water in there. There's one. That's hot. Y'all hear it sizzling? Yummy. And we'll let that heat up. And then we're going to add in the onion. We're going to add in the onion. And the bell pepper. Oh, it's getting nice and thick now. Let me turn this fire down just a little bit. Let me drain some of this. Let me drain some of this juice off of this rotel. I don't want all of that in there. Let's just put a little bit of that rotel in there. Says a whole can of diced tomatoes, but I don't know if I want a whole can of that in there or not. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. And then we want a teaspoon of garlic powder. We want a teaspoon of black pepper. And we want a teaspoon of salt. Boy, I don't know if you guys have ever used any of this brand. It's called real salt. And this stuff is really, really good. It's got minerals and stuff in it. It's dug from way down deep in the earth, and it's got a lot of minerals in it. It's really good for you. It's not like this sea salt that you get, where they get it right off the coastline, because that salt right off the coastline has got a lot of plastic in it, microplastics that come in and out off that ocean where that plastic disintegrates out in the ocean, and those micro particles of plastic, it gets all in that salt. So I like to use this ancient salt. Now we're going to cover this We're going to cover this and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And then I will get back to you in about 15 minutes and we'll add in those crawfish. And we're going to have some good old stuff. We'll have some good old stuff going on here. So, I'm glad you guys are tuned in here to Gary Mac Studio. This cooking thing's kind of is new for me. I've never done this before. I did it a long time ago with my daughter, she's a nutritionalist, and we did some cooking together on another program. But that was a long time ago, and I've never just done this by myself. But I'm gonna do it pretty often, maybe 2 or 3, 4 times a week. Whenever I went today and bought a prime rib. We're gonna cook this prime rib here. Not only that, but I got some pastrami that I've been curing it's in the refrigerator right now, and I'm gonna show you how to cook that pastrami. And it's been curing now for a week, and I got about 3 more days for it to really get cured out and seasoned well. And then I'll put them out on the smoker, and I'll show you my smokers out here that I made. I made 2 of them, one smaller smoker, and then I got one big smoker out there that, if we're going to cook a lot of meat on, I can fire up that big one. I rarely fire it up, but this little one out here, I usually do most of my smoking in, because it's usually just me and the wife. But anyway, I'll get back with you guys here in about 15-20 minutes, and we'll resume. We'll resume making this étouffée. Yummy. All right, let's add in these crawfish. So these things are get you in now on that pot, and let's just add these crawfish tails. Couple pounds of them. Boy, and there's enough stuff there to feed the whole army. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. That, my friends, is some good stuff. I got them crackers out of the oven, got them in the bag. I ate a few of them, and it's pretty hard to stop. Pretty hard to start eating those crackers once you get to going on them. My goodness. Because they are good. Now we'll let them cook for about 5 minutes. And we'll be ready to eat. Honey, this will be ready in a minute. You're going to be presentable for the camera? Because you're going to be on the camera. Huh? Oh, you don't have to put no makeup on. No, you don't. You don't have to put no makeup on. You're beautiful enough without it. She's beautiful enough without all that makeup, don't y'all think? She's a sweetheart. Been my sweetheart for 59 years. I met her in 1966. I was 19 years old. And we've been in love ever since. We get them to boil in there. Added them crawfish in. They were a little bit cold and cooled that down. Look at that. That's them crackers. I'm telling you, those are delicious. They're salty and spicy. You can take those and put some cheese on them and some of your favorite sausages or meat. Make little hors d'oeuvres, and they are really good. Y'all want to sit down and eat with the McGaws? I wish you could all be here, because you don't know what you're missing, but you can make your own. You can make your own. And I hope you do. And if you do, hey, you guys, send me a message. I've gotten several messages on the one I did yesterday, and one guy he said he enjoyed it, and one guy said he was going to try the gnats, getting rid of the gnats with that stevia. And it works. And I don't have any gnats right now. They were everywhere. They were just covered everything. They'd be on your glass, trying to drink tea, and they'd just be everywhere. So now we're going to plate this up. Yeah, there's a little dog. He's wanting outside. You want outside, dog? Come on. He lets me know when he needs outside. He's the best little dog. So let's plate this up. First, we're going to get some of this wild rice in there. Then we're going to get some of this Étouffée in there. Let me get the right spoon for this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Boy, one thing you got to remember is that rotel. That rotel is pretty hot by itself, so it called for a dash of cayenne pepper in there, but yeah, I didn't put that in there because sometimes it's pretty easy to overdo it. It's pretty easy to overdo it with the hot peppers. So we're gonna, hey, come on, it's ready. Y'all see that? Yummy, yummy. That is some good stuff. And these crackers, oh my goodness. I can pig out on just the crackers. I can pig out on just the crackers. And all these guys that I was telling you that I worked with, these Cajun, man, I'm telling you, some of those guys were some very, very, very good cooks. And I learned a whole lot from them. And they'd drive up with a trailer. They'd drive up with a trailer, and it was a kitchen, outdoor kitchen. It had some of them had huge smokers. They could put a whole beef in there if they wanted to. And they'd go to all these cooking competitions, barbecue competitions, and chili competition, and they just travel everywhere and just cook. And this is where I learned. This is where I learned my cooking, and my cooking is a little bit spicy. In fact, I'm gonna taste of this and see if it's out of this world. Hot. I hope it's not, but it is hot with fire. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to eat. Honey, what are you doing? Come on. I'm ready to eat. She's got to go put on some makeup and get presentable. I would have put on some makeup, but I ain't got time. I don't want to get too pretty. I don't want to get much prettier than I already am. What do y'all think? Well, I tell you what, it could use a little bit of salt. Let me get some. Put just a little bit of salt in there. Yeah, it don't want to come out there too good. There we go. Susan, what are you doing? These people don't care if you're beautiful or not. Come on.
Here she goes, Miss America. Not. Hi, everybody. The Lord took like
Ooh, that's hot. It'll burn your tongue.
looks like a mesh trap.
It's a crawfish trap.
Oh, I want some crackers. Oh my gosh, I hadn't had nothing to have these crackers.
She don't like these crackers either.
No, I eat whole pages. Let me.
She would too. So would I.
Oh God, they're good. Oh, that's hot.
Sure is.
Is this mine or yours?
Huh?
It's mine or yours? The
It's
ears?
mine.
Well,
Let me get you some.
yeah, pour this out. I'll just see. Oh, thank you. If you have something cold to cool your tongue off. Yeah, maybe real hot, didn't you?
Well, people, fellers, that's about it. We're going to sit here and eat. Unless y'all want to sit here and watch us. But, man, go and do some cooking. This is so good, boy. It's hot, though. Like it? It's not too hot, is it? Not pepper. It's a little bit spicy, but not too bad. It's that rotel in it's what made it hot. So I didn't put no cayenne in it. If I'd put some cayenne in it, it'd been too hot.
Thank God.
Because those crackers are a little bit hot. All right, guys. Hey, you guys subscribe to Gary Mack Studio, and hey, tomorrow I think tomorrow I might. I think I'm gonna do a smoked pulled pork, and then tomorrow morning my daughter and son-in-law, they've got an oak tree in their backyard that they're gonna have to cut down because it's dying, and they got some tree people coming out there in the morning to cut it down, and they're gonna save the trunk out of it and I want to make them a mantle out of it to go on their fireplace. And I want to film that and show you guys what we do with that. All right, I love y'all. Y'all subscribe, hit the like, hit the thumbs up button if you will. Appreciate every one of you, and y'all comment to me. Let me know what you think, what I need to do right or wrong. All right, love y'all.
Bye.
We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.